right, so we've got a new welder to unbox. I'm unboxing it today because I need to use it on a job. This is a multi-process MIG welder from Everlast. They sent over, it's the new Thunder, I believe. Thunder 215 MTS welding machine, it says. So I'm gonna pop this open because I'm actively loading the truck for a fence and gate install where we'll need to do some welding in the field. So I'm gonna take this thing with me. That's the plan. The machine itself is in there. This is the accessories. Ooh, green welding torch. Not that. So we've got a 26 series TIG torch. We've got a, hoping this is long, 3 meter long MIG torch, which is nice. A little over 12 feet, so that's handy. Got a ground cable, voltage adapter, gas line, regulator, stick adapter, and another foot pedal. That's cool. Let's lay all this stuff out and take a look. So here's everything it comes with. This is that MIG gun I was talking about, Everlast green, 12 feet long, which is nice. Stinger for stick welding, gas hose, ground. It's like top handle and front and back handle, sort of like you've come to expect with Everlast machines. And a Nova foot pedal. That's nice. So this is a full, I think it's, I don't know if it's AC welding. Hopefully it is, but it's at least DC TIG welding. It'd be kind of cool if this did everything. But we'll figure that out soon. Got another flow style regulator. I'm quickly collecting a lot of these. North Technology Incorporated, USA. Well, that's cool. Normally these MIG guns have all sorts of Far Eastern characters on the side. Everlast green. There's your TIG torch. Let's get the actual machine open. All right, ready for the big reveal? It's green. Woo! Right. Thunder 215 MTS. Looks like only DC TIG. Totally fine though. Nice compact little MIG welder though, which is exactly what I want to use it for today. All right, so here's the machine straight out of the box. It's pretty compact. It's a little longer, I'd say, than our HTP Pro Pulse. It's your, I think it can take a full-size reel, but I'm not totally sure. Here's your adapters. Here's your wire feed system. Now this is a very affordable welder. I think it comes in at like 1,500 bucks. So you get a lot for a little here, theoretically. Definitely need to find the instruction manual. Hopefully it's in here somewhere. All right, so we get no instruction manual. But I do have a write-up.
First impressions are good. I know I'm going to get yelled at for talking in a noisy shop, but hey, it's reality. Reality. Fancy torch, allegedly made in the USA. This is uncommon. I don't have the right wire to run. I'm running 023 wire instead of 030. It didn't exactly come with any instructions, but I think it's because these are brand new to the market, so yours should come with instructions. I was sent some instructions by the people at Everlast, which I have not looked at. We're doing some field welding, so I need a field welder. I've got the HPP ProPulse 220, but this thing is a multi-process machine, and we just got it in, and figured might as well test it in the field and have it make me look either really good or really bad at the customer's house. So I have not turned it on yet, so I'm going to turn it on, see if I can run the wrong wire through these rollers. I only have rollers for 035 and 030 wire, and I only have a small roll of 023 wire. This does not take a full-size spool, unfortunately, so I have to run the half-size spool. But hopefully these rollers can feed this small wire. Thunder 215 MTS. He's alive. He's alive. All right, so argon CO2 mix. So it's got a wire jog button. That's nice. You can actually feed the wire without having to pull the trigger and waste gas. Seems to be feeding okay. Running the wrong wire through the rollers, but I've done this a lot in the past. I've yet to completely regret it. Sorry for the noise. Aaron is actually working while I'm goofing off with a welder. All right.
Yeah, look at that.
Seems to feed okay. Old Miller style tip. Use the wrong pliers to tighten this down. Put the shield back on. Cut to size. And we're good to go.
Despite being an old pro at this, are the controls pretty intuitive? You feel good about it?
The controls are a little weird so far, but not bad. There's some new terminology I've had to get used to in the welding world, like burn back and inductance, all these like inverter machines that I didn't grow up using. I'm kind of a transformer machine guy. So you have to do certain things with inverter machines to get them to act like the transformer machines, like control your burn back and your inductance to get the arc and the bead to do what you want it to do. But theoretically, I'm ready to weld. So might as well set up a little test right here so that I can make sure it's all doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Might be an excellent time to talk about gas and where you get your gas from.
That's right. We're gonna plumb this here welder into this beautiful bottle of 75% argon, 25% CO2 from the great folks over there at Arc3 Gases. Arc3 has supported me in my welding career for almost 20 years. And they're wonderful folks to work with. They're right down the road. They're all over the East Coast. They supply so much more than welding gas. They're tools, welding consumables, welding machines. You can even rent machines from them if you want. They have an online presence now, an e-commerce site. They're just all around great folks. So, see if I hook this in the right port. So I've got this bottle here. Now, disclaimer, I do not have this bottle strapped to anything. Don't do that. Make sure you have your gas bottles on a cart or chained to something. I was in the process of loading this on the truck, so I haven't done those things. But use common sense. If you hurt yourself, it's not my fault. Do as I say, not as I do. So I've got this nice long gas hose that I made last time. Comes with a regulator. If you want to learn more about regulators, watch that video we did with Peter Zila from HTP. More knowledge than I ever thought anyone could have on regulators. It's right there, or right there. Tighten your gas fittings down. Put on your PPE. I, of course, get my PPE from Arc3 Gases. Yet another thing they sell.
What's a good test if someone is learning to weld or is testing a new machine for the first time?
I would just practice on the types of joints you might be doing. If you're going to weld tubes together, cut some sections of tube and try those joints. If you're doing body work, cut some sections of thin steel and do some butt joints or some lap joints. Just practice with what you're going to be doing. There's a million bajillion types of weld joints out there and use cases, so what I weld day in and day out may not at all apply to what you weld day in and day out. So 25 CFH of argon. See if I hook the ground up right. Seems like I did. little cold, but that's because it's 23. Turn it up here. 19 volts and 75 inches per minute. Even faster. I'm going to turn off the power set, dial in my own stuff here. 19 volt. Thank you, sir.
When you're looking to get something dialed in, what are you trying to do?
Well, looking for that crackly bacon thing. So I'm listening to the weld. I am looking at it. I'm seeing how the puddle is wetting in. The wetting in means how flat is it laying? What's the toe of the bead look like? Is it laying flat or is it sitting proud? Am I getting the kind of penetration I want? All right, let's try that. Feeling good. I'm gonna crank up my wire feed just a little more. That is a really nice weld. Look at that. I like that. It feels good. So, it's becoming something I'm happy with. You know, it's not sitting too proud, but it's also not burning way into it. Got it sitting pretty flat with a little cap to it. The toe of the weld looks good. The sound looks good. It's kind of got that, like I said, kind of frying bacon sound. I'm running 023 wire because that's the only spool I have that'll fit into this machine. So I'm running it a little hot. So I'm running it at 19 volts and 415 or so inches per minute. Yeah, and it really feels nice. Works. Time to take it into the field. Overall, I like the torch. It's this is a budget welder. This thing's like $1,500 or something like that. Actual price here on the screen. The interface is easy to use. The power set I think actually works now. On Everlast machines in the past, it didn't seem to work. Dialed it in here. The ceiling though for 023 wire was too low, so I had to manually override that by turning power set off. But if I had actual 030 wire in here, I believe the power set would work just fine. Interface is reasonably easy to use. All the settings are right there on the main screen. You don't have to go digging through pages of menus. I'm using the wrong rollers. I'm running 023 wire through the 030 rollers and it's feeding just fine. It's not stuttering, it's not hiccuping, it seems to like it. I may turn my wire feed up even more. 420. Yeah, it's feeling good. Burn back works good. Wire's not sticking to the weld. I think we are in good shape.
So when you're looking for a field welder versus one that lives in your shop, what are you looking for?
So I did not acquire this welder to be a field welder. I think it goes without saying that if you want a portable welder, it should be small and easy to move around. They make much smaller MIG welders than this. So we did not get this to be a field welder per se, but it is multi-voltage. It will run off a 110 or 220, and it's got a nice carry handle, both front, back, and in the middle. It's small enough. It's certainly smaller than my old 212 inverter machine. It's a little bigger than our HTP ProPulse 220, but this has significantly more handles on it, so that's something. It's got a pretty long torch. I've certainly had longer, but this is a 12-foot torch, or 3 meter, so they say. I don't know, it might be a little overestimated, but It's long enough to where I can do a set of joints on these fences and posts without having to move this thing every single weld. I can have it live by me, do a little work, and then move it. So yeah, seems great. You know, MIG welding is not the best option for field work because you do have to lug around a tank of gas. But of course, and I'm not really a stick welder. Anybody who's watched me stick weld in the past will know that. But this does come with a stinger, so you can use, you know, stick welding electrodes in here. So if I had some stick welding electrodes that haven't been sitting around in the humid air for lots of years and degraded past the point of their usefulness, I might give that a shot. But I am not comfortable in my stick welding abilities to do any on-site welding at a customer's house. I am, however, confident in my MIG welding capabilities, so that's what I'll be doing. A little bit more setup, moving the bottle around, but I have this nice 25-foot argon hose so I can set this in one place and not move it. But for the purpose of this probably independent welder unboxing video, that is my conclusion so far. We still need to test the DC TIG capabilities. Might as well test the stick capabilities. Maybe we get Jake Freeland in here, who's much better at stick welding than I am. Put it through its paces there. It does have dual gas inlet, so you can have 100% argon plugged into this thing and your MIG gas at the same time and not have to switch back and forth. All you would have to do is switch the mode on the front. So that's sweet. And you can save settings, you can save programs, you can do recall. Has a mixed gas MIG, 100% CO2 MIG, aluminum MIG, stainless steel MIG, flux cord no gas MIG, DC TIG, and DC stick. So it's a true multi-function machine. The only thing it's lacking is AC TIG welding, but for this price point, you'd be hard pressed to find a machine that also has that. So yeah, Everlast. Let's hope it ever lasts. See you soon for the rest of the review. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We certainly appreciate it. This will be a welcome addition in our new shop as we move in. If you want to see the progress of that, click these videos we filmed already on our new shop renovation in real time. It's Thursday and we start moving next Tuesday. That's in like 4 or 5 days. So my life is about to literally explode. Stay tuned, we'll film the whole thing. Come along, bye, see you, love you, bye.